Happy birthday if it's your birthday. Happy belated birthday if it's in the past. Happy future birthday if it's in the future. My name is Lime the Green, and today we're going to be talking about the latest Nintendo Direct. But while I'm talking about it, I'm going to be in the back of the room talking to you about it, while other versions of me are arguing because we gotta do things complicatedly on the Lime Green channel. So let me situate myself all the way back here. Alright, so it started off with Mario and Luigi. I'm not a big Mario and Luigi fan. I've never played any of the games, but they kind of look interesting. I'm more of a Paper Mario kind of person. Played Super Mario RPG. That would be a game I would want to kind of revisit, but who knows? Maybe one time I'll play the Mario and Luigi. This is so weird. Mario and Luigi games. They showed off, was it like Fantasian? That kind of looked interesting. What else? They did it. I'm like staring at the screen, and I'm like being mesmerized by it. They did like the N64 online update, the Triforce, not Triforce, Four Sword Adventure, whatever that's called. Zero Mission. I've never played that. And Turok. I have the non N64 online version that I paid for it, but now I guess I have the other version. And they have Perfect Dark, which I have no real experience in. I know really not a lot about Rareware. But their games kind of interest me. I'll try them out. GoldenEye especially kind of interests me, that whole time period. What else? They showed off Dark Moon a little more in like a 30-second trailer. And then they showed off Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which you play as Zelda. It's looking to be more of like a Breath of the Wild in a 2D environment, which I feel is a good compromise, because people wanted a 2D game, but you also got these new Breath of the Wild fans. So, it's a good middle ground, what else? They showed off that's what I was going to say. Donkey Kong Returns HD. Should have called it Returns. Missed opportunity, Nintendo. You stop calling it Dark Moon. Just call it Luigi's Mansion 2. And you don't call it Returns. I know, you're slipping. You're slipping. Don't even call Splatoon 2 Splatoon. You've been slipping since 2015? Or whenever Splatoon 2 came out. I think it 2017. Yeah. What else? They showed off basketball. That was kind of good for Nintendo Switch Sports. Everyone thought that was not going to get any more games. I feel like anything is really possible until they say, yeah, we're not going to be updating this anymore. Even still, if they say we're not going to be updating it anymore, they can still go back on their word. Like the last Splatfest for Splatoon 2. They also... There's no Pokemon, which I kind of figured, but I kind of wanted there to be something. No Star Fox, no Yoshi, which I all predicted, but what are you gonna do? And the big game at the end was, of course, Metroid Prime 4. Oh, well, before we jump into that, Marvel vs. Capcom. Apparently, I thought... Alright, don't take this the wrong way. But, I see that game and I'm like, alright, good. You got Wolverine meeting Ryu. Yeah, cool. That looks great. And then, I didn't even know the series kind of went away. Let me know in the comments what happened to that series. I thought Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was, it looked alright. By my standard, I didn't play it, but let me know what happened to that series. I don't know. Did something go wrong? Why did people not like it? I don't know. I've never played the series. Just let me know. But now I have the opportunity to. But they also re-released and released the Miles Edgeworth games, which I know a little more about. Because I've played Ace Attorney, I guess the original trilogy. Yeah, it would be the trilogy. How they're broken up into cases kind of mixes me up. And the one Miles Edgeworth game was never outside of Japan, and people were just kind of sneak their way and play it through other means. And they would always say, oh man, this is the best game ever. It'll never come out of Japan. And I'm always of the opinion that it will, people are... game companies are always, I feel, listening to some extent. But they're companies, so it's going to take them a longer time to do things, That's why when you see a movie, they're going to have a reference or a meme that's outdated by the time it comes into the movie. If that makes sense. They showed off the one farming game. I feel the farming sim jokes are a little overblown. One farming game in a direct, and everyone loses their minds. There's the one Nintendo Direct where it had 4 farming simulators, one of which I really liked. Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, which was originally Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, and people probably turned their nose up at it because it was clustered in with a bunch of other farming sims. And I don't know, I feel like now the genre is getting bigger since Stardew. People are going to turn their nose up more, and it's going to be harder for... I want to see what Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons do respectfully. You know, how they're gonna change up their formulas and get more people invested, you know? Alright, I feel like that's everything, really, I can think of, except for Metroid Prime 4, which I knew was coming to the Switch, I feel like. I feel like it's gonna be a dual release like Twilight Princess. If not that, then it would just be kind of silly. Because, I don't know, Metroid Prime is always like a, wow, look at the graphics kind of game. Look at what we can do with the system's capabilities. And I think we saw that in the Direct. Very impressive. Sylux was there. It's very fun to watch people's direct reactions afterwards. And especially fun this time to be like, oh, this guy recognized Sylux. You know, a true Metroid MVP. It's coming out 2025. You know, you kind of figure with the Switch 2 coming up around the corner. Probably released the same year as the Switch 2. If everything is lining up right. And then what would you call it? The dual release theory would make a lot more sense. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I need to talk about. Funko Pop game. Can't forget about the Funko Pop game. I feel like if they clean that up, actually, that might be something. Like if it releases on like a, we'll say it releases on like a PS5, and then they just, you know, I know I ain't a technical person. They just clean up the graphics, or clean up the whatever frame talk. Then all of a sudden it looks nice, and not Funko-y. Then you'd have like a kind of Lego-like game where you can switch between Freddy Fazbear and Marty McFly. I don't know. The concept is nice, but everything else is kind of goofy. What could they show in the next Direct? Lime Green? I'm sticking to the Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow and the second generation and third generation for NSL. That's coming one day. Eventually. Mark my words, I will live and die on that hill. I would pound something if everything around me was not stone. Mark my words. I'm waggling my finger. What would you call it? The 8-bit games are coming eventually. Oh, Dragon Quest! Dragon Quest is looking good. I can't believe I forgot about that. I talked about the Funko games before Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest HD 2D looks really good. And I'm playing through... Well, I stopped. I was playing through Dragon Quest 2, and now I need to finish it before Dragon Quest 3 comes out. So I'm going to play Dragon Quest 3, HD 2D, and then play through Dragon Quest 1 and 2 again. Because Dragon Quest 1 and Dragon Quest 2 are... Everyone says they're good, and they are. But I don't think everyone says, like, how... I'm, like, doing something with my hands. I don't think everyone says, like, how good they are. I don't know. Like, it's a weird thing. I feel like they're kind of underrated. I don't know. Maybe it's like an outside Japan thing. It's weird. I thought it would just be like, oh, go beat the dragon, you know? Cast your spell. But it's slightly more than that. It's weird to put in words. You can definitely see the roots of what will become Pokemon in Dragon Quest. Definitely want to play Octopath 2, or finish Octopath 1 and Triangle Strategy, but those are long games. Why don't they release like a HD 2D of a shorter game? With like a... I don't know. It'll be a short game. Mario. Oh man, HD 2D Mario. Of the first 3? Oh man. Mario 1, 2, and 3? Maybe Super Mario World. There you go. Put that on your wish list. They've only been doing RPGs. I've cracked the code. You've heard it here. And then Super Mario Brothers 2 kind of looks like Paper Mario TTYD. With like the stage curtains. Yeah, well, that would be Super Mario 3. And then 2 could be kind of like a grainy.